So hi everyone, today in this video we're gonna discuss a bit how to become more creative and why this video is something that matters for you. The reality is that the needs that we got today to be creative is even more demanded from us than it was in the past, because the reality is that you work and you evolve, you have all your intellectual type of development is made and required mainly because you have a perspective of apply all that you have learned in in your professional career in order to obviously receiving more money to get so a better life. And realize that you have to look, if you want to get this money, you have to get a good positioning because it requires some type of criteria that you have to meet in order to have like a good ability to receive money. That is, see what's the supply, demand, and the market that you're going to apply. So see if your supply is something that's scarce, and so and the obviously has to be complement with the good demand that so makes you valuable because doesn't exist a lot of people that can provide what you can do. And the reality is that it as well as in counts that if there exists a lot of demand, people so will try to competize to get you, and so will increase like the prices and the value that you have. So what is important to understand is that if you want to to get so valuable, you have to understand so that you have to look for what's scarce and what's percent is valuable. And nowadays, with the EA as being one of the a competition that is emerging in comparison with the past, that we just have to compete with other peoples, you have to focus in what you can do that the EA will not like have at least in your lifespan, having the ability to make you equal or better and already do some things that are better, jobs that have automation. And so you have to focus in what the AI will not be able to be a competition with you. And what are the style of jobs? The jobs that requires you to be creative and the more logical reasoning that's not just so automation, it's just more so the creativity, the ability to create something new, the ability to reorganize and not just being based in methodology data that already exists as what so get feed the machines that makes EM so output. No, what you should focus is in how to be creative, in how to produce things. So competition more by differentiation other than just by trying to produce more than the machines that have a uh, lower type of time, because you're not going to beat them. And so now that you have to understand why it's important to focus in trying to be more creativity and having some more creativity, what is important is that we should look so for how to develop this skill. So now that we have understand the importance, focusing, evolving, already a myth that we have to debunk is that the majority of people think that creativity is like something that you got and not something that you can develop. Something that's wrong. Example, Steve Jobs and Thomas Edison, they would not have considered as creative, but they have trained to their minds to be more output producers of creative things. So they have more, they have worked, they have evolved, they have kind of get knowledge and methodologies that have been proven that makes you be someone that's more creativity, and not expecting that just you naturally more prone to be creative, to have creativity and so be creativity than other ones. So they have adopted the growth mindset. That's something that I've talked about in previous videos. The ability to having the belief that you can learn. It's already something that makes you more predisposed to being more easy to learn it. So now that we have understand that you can learn, now we have to focus so how to learn to in order to get more creativity. So we have to understand is that creativity is the heart of producing new things based in what you're not going to produce coming from nothing. So you're not just like you're not just going to get you in a blank paper and just start writing things. Not you you have creativity a lot by getting data that you connect and you reorganize in different ways. One of the methodologies that people have to creativity is people get so exposed to the lot of knowledge from different area, and this is a methodology that was by Da Vinci, that he has like getting reunited learnings from art, learnings from medicine, learnings from engineering, and this kind of gives a mix and produced a new thing. That's the way that we do, a way that we get data that we receive and we reorganize in different ways that they have given to me, and so make something, make it so have a different output that have not exist in already. So and so it's something that's can call as creativity and innovation. Example, I can kind of get and look for my sock, and there is so the sock understanding, so the manufacturing during so the process of doing a sock, and I kind of can take so a methodology and I look for engineering like rocket engineering and try and see so how this methodology can be helpful to base as well. So in the principles that roles the engineering so world. So what are the laws to make it something drive, to make something be in the air, and applying probably the methodology that I've consumed during my a visit that I've got from a factory of people that have produced socks, and so reorganizing and applying in a specific area knowledges they have got from other ones is one of the ways that's most common that people try and get innovation from. Now, example, J.K. Rowling, that is someone that has write the Harry Potter. The idea of Harry Potter, the way that it's so he created, they have got the idea while he was doing a traveling in a train, that and was obviously something that he got some type of inputs during their train, so things they have seen while looking for the window, and obviously now do this processes and something has been created because people that have more ability to save inputs have people that have more data that they can work to make and produce something new. And that's why it's not something that seems so atrocious that someone that has traveled my more areas, someone that has consumed my more education, has kind of consumed books, is someone that's more prone to produce because he has more data which they can work and base so their activities and things that they have to do different. And so that's something that a lot sustained in a lot of the things that people seems to say when they try to be creative is learn things, do different things, because different type of data that we get is like we can gather with the already so inputs that we have, and so creates new things that are not habituated. But for that, to build a house, you need to get bricks, and without bricks you're never going to build a house. And so that's the thing, you have to consume, and you have to consume knowledge. That's the thing that you have to understand. Now, things that obviously comes with being innovation. If it's innovation, something new, you can export always doing the same thing and expecting different results. And so innovation is something that it doesn't happen inside a restrict type of rules. And so we have to get the makers able to make as a disposal that we can make heroes who can experience it. And so here applies the one type of the way that people innovate is by applying what if. So what if is start answering, start questioning for me myself. What if I do this? How it will happen? What if I kick so my what if I kick so the wall? What will happen? What's like the learning that I've got by doing it? So will happen this, and how it can apply in other area. Example: what if I have? What if I go up from my bed and instead of going hit, if just I'm gonna probably so do running. What I probably if I'm a bit more weak, I will kind of feel bad because I have not the nutrients and the things that will be useful to make me so do the exercise. So in that I do this experiment, how I can take like as learning. Ooh, seems like that if I don't prepare the things, probably so if I'm not well prepared to something, I'm gonna succeed bad. Which so probably applying my job that I'm in engineering with artificial intelligence, probably I need redundancy. Redundancy makes me able that if I kind of lack a database in my EA, obviously it's not going to perform better and is not going to be able to make some tests that I want. So probably I have to certify instead of building the EA. If I have already the enough data, that makes him so having the output that I want, that is having the ability to make interactions with the clients that I'm developing the platform, that so will be and is needed so to have learning coming money coming from me because I provide value for the other ones. And if I don't have something that basis so what is something valuable, so I have a lower probability of getting the money that I want. What I did, I make a what if, seeing I've like making a talk experience in my brain, and I've got like a knowledge that I applied in other area. So now again, thinking, I have the ability to think as well. You're just not consuming, because if you just consume and spend your time consuming, you're not gonna have time to produce that something that you should have and is needed to be creative, because it's just not consuming data that you normally. Innovation is creating new things from the data that you already have, but you have to get this type of thinking. So mainly is to be creative, you have to work in these two stages: having a good amount of data, so consuming good things, innovate things, diversity, and having time to thinking. And this you can helpful by using ChatGPT, using any other type of artificial intelligence, whether it is to make and consume data and knowledge from other fields quickly without having to consume courses, having to go from ecology, and obviously the process of creating. You can help in using this artificial intelligence to so being and with the knowledge that you have produce something that you want, and obviously which more oriented is towards objectivity. So if your creativity is required from a specific problem that it is, obviously more so will be applied in your time, so will make you have more motivation to be and having creativity than just start being creativity but for nothing. So I expect these videos helps you to be more creativity, and I hope this develops you a bit more this skill on you.